When you're looking at your business investments and you're working with those customers for how do they want to make investments to minimize the risk to their business, ultimately you want to keep their business up and functioning for as long as possible. There's really no conversation to have. You can either take the risk and run antiquated technology that has no recoverability, and when you have a security event, you're going to have a long, extended period to recover, or you can take something that's purpose-built to reduce that risk and help keep your business up and running as secure as possible. So I understand that it's tough. Customers don't want to invest money into more additional products, but ultimately what we want to do is protect both your business and their business. So what you're trying to do is really empower your customers that when they have a security issue, they're not necessarily going to be down and offline for weeks. They're going to be down and offline potentially for minutes or an hour at most. So you're really empowering their business to be sustainable. And that's where the investment is absolutely critical. There's two ways to look at your security investment. The first is, what is the near-term cost to make that upgrade? The second is, what is the long-term cost if you don't? So if we take a ransomware event where your system may be offline for weeks or a series of systems. Let's say your entire network is offline for 3 weeks. How much lost revenue? How much lost profit? How much time and energy is it going to take to get that back? What is your reputation in the space going to be? From a business perspective, you do have to look at the risk that your organization has. Cyber attackers are looking for opportunities in all environments, not just big enterprises. And you can either spend money now to prevent something from happening, or you can spend a lot more money later for when something happens. The recovery and the expense associated with that is significant. Like the average ransomware attack costs you $280,000 in ransom. That is the average cost for a ransomware event. That is far more than you'd ever have to invest in any EDR solution to deploy it into your customers' networks. So part of the challenge when you're looking at really differentiating between AV and EDR is the foundational approach to each. You know, AV is 30 plus years old. It's very signature based. EDR is within the last 10 years. They've been very focused on how do you take more of a tactical approach to threats against your network or against your workstations. Like the analogy I often use for the difference between AV and EDR is this. If somebody breaks into your house and you have an alarm system, it will tell you what room or what window they came in through. But it doesn't tell you where they went in your house. You have to figure those things out. Like that's part of the investigative process that happens when you involve the police. EDR enables that same thing. Like once they're on their box, what do they do? How do they do it? What do they touch? Where do they go? You can answer all those questions extremely quickly, which from an investigative perspective, you understand, is this a minor security risk or is this a major security incident? And you can adapt your security response appropriately. And that is the huge benefit as you evolve into that EDR space that you don't get with AV and you never will.